something shifted in Maya. Not overnight, it never happens overnight. It happens in the quiet spaces between who you were and who you are becoming. One morning, Maya walked into that office and something was different. The air moved differently around her. Her coworkers felt it before they could name it. And Maya knew exactly why. See, Maya had done the work, the deep work. The kind therapists whisper about and self-help books circle around without ever quite landing. She had looked at her shadow, that buried, rejected, unspoken part of herself, and instead of running, she sat down with it. Had a conversation, made peace. And in doing so, Maya became whole. Terrifyingly, beautifully whole. But here is the thing nobody tells you about integration. When you stop performing the version of yourself everyone is comfortable with, people notice. Deja, her closest work friend, pulled her aside by the coffee machine on a Tuesday. She said, "Maya, you okay? You seem different." And Maya smiled that slow, unrushed smile and said, "I am better than okay." Deja did not know what to do with that. In meetings, Maya used to shrink. Used to laugh off her own ideas before anyone else could. Used to pre-apologize for taking up space. Not anymore. In the Thursday all-hands meeting, Maya laid out her proposal without one apology, without one nervous laugh. The room went quiet. Marcus, who had never once taken notes during a meeting, picked up his pen. That silence, that was the sound of people recalibrating. After the meeting, a coworker, someone who had never spoken more than 10 words to Maya, stopped her in the hallway and said, "That was impressive." And Maya did not deflect, did not say, "Oh, it was nothing." She looked him square and said, "Thank you, I worked hard on it." 4 words she had never allowed herself before. The hallway felt like a cathedral in that moment. Something sacred had just happened. Deja came back, of course she did. Over lunch, she sat across from Maya and said, "Okay, talk to me. What happened to you?" And Maya told her about the work, about sitting with the parts of herself she had buried, about realizing that every time she made herself small, she was not being humble, she was disappearing. Deja listened, really listened, and by the end, she had tears in her eyes. The strange thing about becoming more yourself is that the people who love you will eventually recognize you, even if they are startled at first. And the people who only loved the performance, they drift. Maya watched a few workplace friendships cool, watched a few alliances quietly dissolve. And she felt it, of course she felt it, but she did not chase, she stood still, and still was enough. Maya is not strange, Maya is integrated. There is a version of every person that gets locked away, too loud, too much, too real for the rooms we are trying to survive in. Maya unlocked hers. And yes, it made her coworkers uncomfortable. It made her uncomfortable too at first, but on the other side of that discomfort, she found herself, fully, finally. Now let's see how Maya's story continues.
Thanks for watching. Hit that like button so we'll know you've enjoyed. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Truth Chronicles to receive daily updates.